Hello guys, welcome to today's segment on Generation XYZ. This is your host Eboti Belisha. On today's series, we'll be talking about the Gen Zs, who are the Gen Zs and what they portray. With me here, I have my guests, Victoria Ajide, John Adeleke, and Peace Nwadike. First of all, who are the Gen Zs?
Thank you, Belisha. So, to my understanding, the Gen Zs are the generation called Generation X, the generation titled Generation Zoomers, which came after the millennials. We have the bloomers, we have, like a whole generation. As she said, we have the Generation X, Z, varies from 1996 to 2012 or 2010, around that range. So we are a generation where the little things matter to us. The little things like the environment, the way we spend our money, the way we think, the way we care about our mental health and likes like that. So I feel Generation Z or Gen Zs are a particular set of people or a generation where we care about the little things.
The Gen Zs are the group who are taking over right now. They are the ones on the forefront right now in charge of most of what is going to be taken over from the industry, from whatever it may be. We're the ones showing ourselves out now that this is our life and we're going to take control of it. So we're just putting our foot down now and taking control of our lives, whatever it may be, from economical to political or fashion or whatever it may be. Our generation on the forefront, trying to put our stamp, trying to put our own signature on life as it is right now.
The Gen Zers are those, like my core guest said, they were born between the age of the year 1996 to 2012. We grew up with rapid digital change. We were born into social media, the AI, and like this is the generation, and we are taking control of these things. We're using it to our advantage as well.
Okay, so we already know that our identity has been built up around digital space, which is the social platforms, and also on financial landscape. So what do we portray? What do you think we portray? And first of all, what do you think we portray as the Generation XYZ?
Generation where we try to make sure we are mentally okay, which is a really hard thing to do nowadays because the nation, the country, the world is changing on a daily. So we have to make sure we are mentally there, we're mentally okay, we are mentally fit to continue the hustle and the bustling of the day, of the month, of the week, as it goes on and go forth. That's who I feel we Gen Zs portray ourselves to be, people who try to make sure they are mentally fit.
Okay.
Speaking on what the Gen Zs portray, it's just simply we're standing for ourselves right now. We are not going to succumb to, shall I say, the industry as it is, to what is already set on ground. We are just going to put ourselves forefront. We're standing on our ground. We portray self-reliance, we portray strength right now, we portray just being your own person and being comfortable with yourself. So from my stand, that is what the Gen Zs are strongly portraying right now in this generation.
Okay, like my co-guest has already said, we prioritize ourselves, our goals, our vision, and our skills. We're not just concerned, we don't work to live, we actually live to work. So we try as much as possible to enjoy what we do for a living and not just work to actually put food on our table or come up with what we can eat. So these are like the things we portray.
Okay, first of all, it's safe to say that statistics has proven that the Gen Z's population covers about 3 billion people all over the world.
Yeah.
And then now, what does the millennial think about us? What's the reflection about us to the millennial? First of all, we the Gen Zs, we always want to take responsibility. We are based on authenticity. We always want to make sure that our voice are being heard. Now, about financial landscape, we do so much to make sure that our finances are being put together.
Yeah.
So now you've been able to put your finances together because as the world knows, Gen Z are multitasking. You go on the social platform, you go everywhere. Gen Z always wants to be there. You see Gen Z dominating a whole space. Yes, so after getting this whole finances together, getting this whole mind together, because we are talking of our mental health first of all, putting it together, putting our responsibility, putting finances together, what is your aim? What's your investment as a Gen Z? What do you think you want to invest on with the whole of this money? Because the first thing that comes to a Gen Z mind is money. When you tell a millennial about the Gen Z, the first thing they want to talk about is they are all eager for money.
Yeah.
So what do you want to invest on as a Gen Z?
If I were to face this question as a millennial, I would say, okay, I would just want to make money to provide for my family and not care about my happiness, not care about what I want to be in the world. But as a Gen Z, I would want to invest my money in things that I have passion about, things that, you know, makes me happy, that interests me. Those are the kind of things as a Gen Z I would want to invest my money in. That's why when the millennials, before the millennials started taking note of us, the few Gen Zs that came up that said they don't want to work conventional jobs like being a banker, stuff like that, that they want to be something like a content creator, an influencer, a creative this, a creative that. They see people like that and say, oh, you are not serious, you are not this, you don't know what you want to do with your life, you're not going to make money, you're not going to make this, you're not going to be able to feed your family. But now we have made it a thing or a platform where we Gen Zs can thrive off the littlest thing that makes us happy. Where we have a lot of influencers around now that even the slightest, oh, I'm a brand ambassador for so this, so that, I already make enough to make me happy, and I'm interested and excited about my job. I'm not depressed, I'm not sad, I don't go home crying every day. Do you understand? That's what I feel as an Gen Z, where I will invest my money finances in.
Okay.
Looking at Gen Zs and finances, Gen Zs looking at finances right now is just simply, we are looking to turn our dreams, our passions into our jobs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we are looking at it that, okay, we don't want to go somewhere that we have to wake up and still be unhappy. When you can, at least even if you don't want to wake up early, like most of us do not want to, at least you look forward to the job that, all right, I'm going to do this. So that's looking at the financial aspect of Gen Zs and going into that. That's how it just is.
Okay.
Okay, talking about our finances and investments, like they all say, we are focused on our passion and we are trying to turn it into ways we can make money. We are monetizing our passion. So if your passion is music, fashion, or lifestyle, or even though you're a handyman, like you're into carpentry or craftsmanship of any sort, we tend to drive, like convert our passions, like monetize our passions, and we're happy about it. So we're making sure we prioritize our happiness, we prioritize our mental health and ourselves first before anything else.
Okay, so thank you. I would appreciate that we say a word to the Gen Z out there watching us. First of all, personally, I would say that as Gen Z, you should do whatever you're enthused with. Whatever you're enthused about, what is your passion, whatever drives you. Because the truth is, when you're passionate about something, even when you're not profiting, the passion you have in it will keep you going, and definitely you'll reach your goal. So what would you have to say to the Gen Z?
From a fellow Gen Z to a fellow Gen Z, I would say just be happy. Be confident in whatever you do. Make sure you are always happy and put God first.
Okay.
To my fellow Gen Zs out there, just be desperate about what you want to do and be very consistent. Keep doing it every day and just make sure you keep showing up. Just be consistent and it's surely going to work out. So that's it.
Okay, to my fellow Gen Zers, I would say be focused. Be focused is a word that we normally use loosely, but you have to be focused. In anything you're doing, if you're not focused, it wouldn't succeed. So you have to be focused, you have to be consistent with whatever job you're doing. And I know you would succeed. We will all succeed in whatever job or endeavor we choose to do.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. It was a very interesting segment. Please stay tuned with us on the next segment. This is your host, Aboti Belisha. Thank you for watching.